and welcome. Tonight we are going to be looking at, let's see if I can open this without it squeaking too much. Okay. We're going to be looking at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics gold medalists. As of, let's see, today is now August 2nd. Cat hair. There we go. Yikes, okay. I've been sick the last few days. Nothing too serious, just my typical chronic illness. I haven't been able to keep up with the Olympics as much as I normally could have. So instead of doing like a big long medal breakdown, we're just going to go through every single gold medal that has been won so far. There is just under a week left in the Olympics. So when that time comes, I'll do a big long medal recap of all the medals. But today we're just going to look at the gold medals. So let's go like this. Put the country name. We'll start off with the countries that have won one so far. And let's go event. And I guess let's see. Let's do this. There we go. Let's go sport, then event, and if applicable, go athlete. For some reason, well, I mean, I get why, but the Olympics website didn't list athletes' names if it was more than one person that won, unless it was like tennis or table tennis. I think that was it. So, like I said, at the end of the Olympics, I'll do a big recap. I'll mention everybody who won, but this is the info I have. So let's start off with Thailand. They've won one gold medal, as you can see. It was in Taekwondo, and the event was women's under 49 kilograms. Oh, you know what I forgot to say? I am going to mispronounce things. That's just a guarantee. For example, this athlete's name. I am going to mispronounce things. So instead of being all angry in the comments about how I don't know how to pronounce anything, just correct me if you know how to pronounce it, so that when I do my big recap, I'll be able to say it correctly. So I will say something wrong. Don't get too upset if I do. Just leave me a nice comment saying it's actually pronounced like this, and I'll give it a thumbs up and say thank you, and remember that for my big video. So anyway, Thailand's won one gold medal in Taekwondo. It was women's under 49 kilograms, and it was won by Panapak Wongpatanakit. I believe, at least. I hope. Probably not, but doing my best. Don't know a lot of Thai pronunciation very well. Next up, we have Puerto Rico, because they are competing under their own thing, which is pretty cool. The sport was athletics, and the event was the women's 100-meter hurdles. Let's see if I spell it right. Hurdles, there we go. And the athlete's name is Jasmine Camacho Quinn. Jasmine Camacho Quinn. Congratulations. I love track and field events. It feels so traditional, but so exciting at the same time. It's like good old-fashioned sport. It's also exciting because you don't really need a fancy training center to do a lot of the events, so a lot of up-and-coming countries win events in those. So not up-and-coming, but less like financed in sports, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the Philippines. The sport was weightlifting. And the event was women's, 55 kilograms, won by Heidi Lynn Diaz. Congratulations, the first gold medal for the Philippines. Very, very cool. Congratulations. Always so exciting. That was one of the really exciting wins. There's a really good win today, but we'll talk about that later. Next up is Latvia in the 3x3 basketball. And it was the men's event. And obviously I'm not going to list all the Latvian athletes here. It would be a little too long, but congratulations to the Latvian basketball team. I mean, it wouldn't be long, it was only 3, but anyway, moving on to Iran. They won in shooting. And the event was men's 10-meter air pistol. And the athlete is Javad Farugi. I'm sure. I don't. Anyway, please correct me if you know, but congratulations. The next country is, I watched this one too, Ethiopia. It was in the athletics sport. The event was the men's 10,000 meter event. It was a long one, but so exciting at the end and during that last lap. It was won by Suleiman Barega. Congratulations. It's a much deserved win. There we go. Next up is, make sure you guys can see, Bermuda, and it was in the triathlon. The event was the women's individual. If you don't know, triathlon is when you do a swimming race, a bike race, and a running race. It's intense. It was won by Flora Duffy, and she won the first gold medal for Bermuda. Congratulations to Flora. There we go. Next up is Uzbekistan. I love whiteboard sounds. It brings me back to school. It was in Taekwondo, and it was the men's under 68 kilograms, and it was won by Lukbek Rashidov. Congratulations. Taekwondo is not an easy one. I mean, they're all not easy, but that takes a lot of training. I mean, they all take a lot of training, but you get what I'm saying. Moving on to Fiji. It was the rugby sevens, and it was the men's event. Congratulations to Fiji. Let me scroll down a little bit on here. I've got them all listed here on my computer. I didn't want to write down and take notes and waste a whole bunch of paper. Not about that. There we go. Moving on to Estonia. They won in fencing. It was the women's épée team. Congratulations to Estonia, the Estonian women's fencing team. There we go. Moving on to Belarus. It was trampoline gymnastics. So fun to watch. And it was the men's event. And the athlete is Ivan Litvinovich. Congratulations to Ivan. There we go. I hope you guys found whiteboard sounds as relaxing as I do. I think it's great. Next up is Turkey. Shout out to all my Turkish viewers. I have so many of you. This was in archery. And it was the men's individual. My antivirus started checking. Okay, go away. Goodbye. Alright. And the athlete is Turkish followers tell me it's Mete Gazos. I believe I'm probably way off. Please let me know. But congratulations. Archery is so exciting. It's so fast too. There we go. Moving on to Israel. The sport was artistic gymnastics. And it was the men's floor exercise. I think that's my favorite event in artistic gymnastics. I like watching all the flips. And the athlete is Artem Dolgopyat. Again, I hope I said right. Okay. My cat, as you know, has been the star of the show lately. He's got a little tiny head cold. It's not bad, it's just his nose is all stuffed up. So he's laying down being all sad and gloomy because his nose is stuffy. So he's probably not going to make an appearance tonight. Next up we have Ireland. And sport is rowing. I have a lot of Irish viewers too. And there's two comments they leave. It's either, wow, you did a great job pronouncing things, or it's, you did a terrible job pronouncing things. It's pronounced like this. So I don't know, but I appreciate all the comments I get from Ireland. The event was the men's lightweight double sculls, which I'm pretty sure that was a world record-setting win, I believe. And they didn't list athletes in rowing events that was more than one winner. That wasn't an individual event, basically. So I'll look that up at the end of the Olympics when it's time to list all the winners. It's probably going to be like a 2-hour video, honestly, but I'm excited for it. Next up is Tunisia. Again, shout out to all my Tunisian viewers. Honestly, no tea, no shade. The Tunisian viewers are the kindest and most supportive. Thank you so much. Anyway, the sport was swimming. Not saying that people from other countries aren't supportive. It just seems like every single person from Tunisia is super supportive. But anyway, their event was the men's 400-meter freestyle. If I ever get a number wrong, I apologize. I wrote this down very quickly. I might have messed up a number here or there, but correct me, feel free to. The athlete is it's a lot of vowels. Ahmed Hafnawi, which is, again, I hope that's how you say that. Just feel free to correct me in the comments. There we go. Next up is Poland, which, shout out to, I believe it's Kamil, right? Kamil? I'm not sure. Tell me how to pronounce your name. He's like my #1 fan. Anyway, the sport is athletics. And And it was the 4x400 relay mixed event, meaning men and women participated. I'm so glad the Olympics are doing this now. It adds a whole nother layer of excitement to the events, and I feel like gives more opportunities to other athletes who might not get a chance. There we go. Moving on to Norway. It was the triathlon event, or triathlon sport. The event was the men's individual. And the athlete is named Christian Blumenfeld. Congratulations. Triathlon is, it's a lot. It exhausts me just watching it. That's a lot of stamina. Moving on to Belgium, which in my country series, we're going to visit Belgium probably in a week or two. I'm excited for that. It was the artistic gymnastics event. Oops. The artistic gymnastics sport. The event is the women's uneven bars. And it was won by Dutch names are always so hard. My goodness, I have such a hard time with Dutch names, but Nina Derweil, something like that. Congrats to Nina. I always think I'll see a Dutch name and be like, oh, it's pronounced like this, obviously, and then I'll hear it and it's completely different. That's something to practice before I highlight Belgium next week. Moving on to Serbia. They won in Taekwondo. I can spell it right this time. And the event is the women's plus 67 kilogram. Now, the Olympics website does not have any little characters over the letters, so I believe this is Milica Mandic. I hope there's no accents anywhere to tell me how to pronounce that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Again, Serbian viewers, which there are many of you, let me know. I believe that's how it is. If only there were accent markers to tell me. Moving on to, I watched this one too. Jamaica. It was in athletics. And the event was the women's 100 meter. And it was won by Elaine Thompson-Hera. Oop, my very squeaky chair. Congratulations to Elaine. That was a thrilling one. There we go. Moving on to Indonesia. It was in badminton. One of my favorite games to play. It's so fun. It was the women's doubles event. Women's doubles. And the athletes are, that's an R. I'm really bad at R's. Gracia Poli and Apriani Rahayu. At least I hope that's how you pronounce those names. Gracia Poli and Apriani Rahayu. Congratulations. That's totally, if I had to be in the Olympics, that's totally the one I'd pick, is badminton. It's so fun to play. Moving on to Denmark. It was in the sailing event, or sailing sport, and the event was the women's one person dinghy. That's how you spell dinghy, right? I believe so. Anyway, it was won by and Danish viewers. I know you're out there. I've seen you in the comments. Let me know if this is correct. Is it Anna Maria Rindom or is it Anne Marie? I believe it's Anna Maria, right? Let me know. But congratulations to her for the sailing sport. That's exciting too. There we go. Let me scroll down a bit in my notes. Moving on to Austria. It is the cycling road. I hate how they said that. I wish it was like cycling road, but there's no parentheses. That would make a lot more sense. But anyway, the event was the women's road race. And it was won by Anna Kaisenhofer, I believe. Congratulations. I can't ride a bike. I have to ride like a special needs bike, so I have a lot of respect for people that can not only ride a bike but can win races. It's so cool. Anyway, moving on to Slovakia, which again, my country's, it's not going to be the next country I do. You'll see that video tomorrow, but it's going to be the one after. So I'm learning all about Slovakia right now. I'm like deep diving into the country. The sport is shooting, and the event was the trap women's. And the winner is Zuzana Rahak-Stefachikova. At least I hope so. Ooh, hello Squeaky. Congratulations. There we go. Next up is South Africa. And it was in swimming. It was the women's 200-meter breaststroke. And the athlete is Tatiana Schoenmaker, or Schoenmaker, not positive. Again, Dutch names. Congratulations. Swimming, is it just me, or is the swimming so exciting this year? There's just some years that it's so exciting. I think Michael Phelps made the event boring, because whenever he was there, we knew he'd win. Now it just feels a lot more exciting. Moving on to Hong Kong. They won a gold medal in fencing. That's a C, I promise. It was the men's foil individual. And the athlete who won is Chung Kalong. Chinese names I pronounce the worst out of any language, so please let me know. I really need to work on it. There we go. Moving on to Venezuela. They won in athletics, and it was the women's triple jump. The athlete's name is Yulimar Rojas. Congratulations. I need to go and watch all those athletic events because I love them. Probably, I always say, like, I love that the most out of all the events, but I gotta give it to gymnastics. That's the best. Moving on to Sweden. They also won in athletics. It was the men's discus throw. And it was won by Daniel Stahl. Congratulations. And again, I gotta say, you know, it's late morning in Japan as I'm filming this, so medals are most likely being won right now as I film. So if you see, like, if you're looking for a medal that was won today, August 2nd, it's not on here, I promise. Most likely, at least. Moving on to Romania. They won in rowing, and it was the women's double sculls. Congratulations. Also, I hope you can read my handwriting. It's either super, super neat or super, super messy. There is no in between. Moving on to Georgia. They won in judo. I think, I could be wrong, I think all their medals so far are in judo. The event was the men's under 90 kilogram, and it was won by Lasha Picori, I believe. I think, what was it? I read a thing about some of the silver medalists. They went out sightseeing, which was against the rules because of COVID. And what was it that happened? I think they got their medals revoked or something. I should double check that. Moving on to Spain. They won in shooting. And it's the trap team mixed, it's called. I don't know why they just don't call it mixed trap or something, but that was the event. Congratulations to the Spanish shooting team for shooting all those clay pigeons. And that was our last country. That's only one. Moving on to 2. So we might have to change this up a bit. Let's go like this. Write a little bit smaller now. Moving on to Qatar, which this was so exciting today. Athletics, the men's high jump. It was a tie, and they agreed to share the gold because they're like best friends or something. And I've never seen so much elation in an award-winning moment, I should say. The athlete is named Mutaz Essabarshim. Congratulations, much deserved. They also won in weightlifting. It was the men's 96 kilogram. The athlete is, it's one of those really, really long. Even on the website, it shortened it. Fares Ibrahim E.H. El-Bach. Congratulations to these 2 men. Oops. I forgot. We're on to 2 medals now, aren't we? Let me fix this. Athlete. Oh dear. Anyway, let's see what's next. Oh, there we go. The next is Kosovo. So they both won in judo. We have women's oops, women's under 48 kilogram, which was won by again, there's no accent, so Justria Krasniki, I believe. The other one is the women's under 57 kilogram, and it was won by Nora Jakova. Congratulations to these two women for their gold medals in judo. Congrats to women's judo of Kosovo. There we go. Moving on to Greece. They won in athletics. It was the men's long jump. And it was won by I feel like I'm going to butcher these Greek names. Miltiades Tentoglou, probably. Anyway, correct me, please. Next is rowing, and their event was the men's single sculls, and it was won by Stefanos Natouskas, I hope. Congratulations. 2 gold medals for Greece. So far, at least. There could be more. We'll have to see. We've got just a little under a week left of events. And the next country will be Ecuador. Oh, that looks terrible. Let me just go like this. Ecuador. Oh dear. Anyway, let's see. It was cycling road, and it was the men's road race. And the athlete who won is, oh dear, Richard Carapaz, I hope. And moving on to weightlifting. It was the, women's 76 kilogram. And the athlete who won is, oh, this is a really long name also. Oh goodness. Probably say it wrong also. Nisi, I'm gonna guess. Nisi Patricia Dajones Barrera. Anyway, congratulations to these 2 athletes. 2 very different sports, but both very, very difficult. Who's still awake right now? Let me know in the comments. Say you made it past Ecuador. Let's see. Moving on to Slovenia. Let's see. First up is canoe slalom, which when I was typing this, I kept writing salmon, canoe salmon. I type really, really fast, so sometimes I type faster than I can think. It's the men's canoe, and it was won by Benjamin Savsek. At least I hope. Again, there's no accent marks. They also won in cycling road. It was the men's individual time trial. And that athlete is Primož Roglic, I hope. Primož Roglic. Maybe it's, I don't know. Roglic, I hope. Congratulations for Slovenia. Oof, it's so loud. Let's see, Slovenia. There we go. Next up is Hungary. First up, they won in fencing. It was the men's saber individual, correct? Yes. Individual. That winner is Hungarian names, am I right? Aron, I hope. Aron Szilagyi. Anyway, congratulations. And then on to swimming. I'll learn how to pronounce it someday, for sure. We have the men's 200-meter butterfly. And that athlete who won is, there goes my cat, Krzysztof Milak. Congratulations to these two men winning gold at the Olympics. Not a lot of people can say that. There we go. Might need to do a big wipe down soon. Anyway, moving on to Brazil. There we go. First up, we have artistic gymnastics. And it was the women's vault. And I really hope I say her name right. That's a name, like I saw it and went, oh, it's obviously pronounced this way, and I was completely wrong once I heard it. So I think it's Rebecca Andrahi. Not positive. I only heard it a couple times on TV, but she was amazing. Moving on to surfing was the men's event, and it was won by Italo Ferreira. My cat's eating now. Sorry if you can hear his little crunchy noises in the background. There we go. Congrats to these two athletes. Ooh, my whiteboard is so bumpy. The cat fell asleep on it, and now it's misshapen. That's what I get for leaving it on my desk. And last in the 2 medal category, we have Taipei. First up, we have badminton. Was the men's doubles. Now he's drinking his water. The athletes who won are Li Young and Wang Qilin. Congratulations to those two. Weightlifting is next. It was women's 59 kilogram. That was won by Kuo Xing-chun. Congratulations. Let me just go like this now. Because now we're on to countries that have won 3 gold medals. Oh no, the cat's trying to come up. I thought he would stay away. Anyway, let's move on to Croatia. Let's see, how should we do this from now on? Let's just go rowing. It was the men's pair. And the Olympics website didn't list the pair of men that won. So I'll get that later. Next up is Taekwondo. The women's under 67 kilogram was won by Matea Jolic, I assume, because again, there's no accents. And lastly, they won in tennis, at least so far. It was the men's doubles. Didn't list those men. They are Nikola Mektic and Matej Pavic. Congratulations for Croatia. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Next up is Switzerland. Cat is screaming now. I have to do an edit. How sad. Anyway. Cycling mountain bike. It was women's cross country, and it was won by Yolanda Neff. We also have a gold medal in shooting, and it was the women's 50-meter rifle 3 positions. Such a detailed title. That gold medal went to Nina Kristen. They've also won in tennis. It was the women's singles. And that went to Belinda Bencic. At least I hope so. Congratulations to Switzerland. Let's see how many more they can win this Olympics. And next up is Canada. So we have gold medal in rowing. The women's 8, and obviously they didn't list all 8 women that won. Also in swimming, it was the women's 100-meter butterfly. And that gold medal went to Margaret McNeil. Also in weight lifting, it was the women's 64 kilograms, and that went to I might say this wrong too, Maud G. Sharon, either way, to Maud. Congratulations. And congrats to Team Canada. Next, we're on to 4 gold medals. First up, we have Czechia. So we have, canoe slalom, canoe salmon. It's the men's kayak. That gold medal goes to Yuri Pershkovic. Again, at least I hope so. Also in judo, we have men over 100 kilograms, That gold medal went to Lukasz Kupalik in trap men. Oh no, in shooting trap men. That gold medal went to another Yuri Liptak. And in tennis, we have the women's doubles. And those two women are Barbara Krejcikova and Katerina. Oh, I hope I spelled that right. Katerina Siniakova. Congratulations to Team Czechia. Moving on to New Zealand. First up in rowing was the men's 8. Then we have, men's 8 and women's pair. 2 awards for rowing. Congratulations. 3, my bad. 3 gold medals in rowing. And the women's single sculls. That was won by Emma Twig. And then the last one was rugby. The women's team won gold. Congratulations, New Zealand. All right. Next is Germany. We have the canoe slalom. It was the women's kayak event. And that woman is, that gold medal winning athlete is Ricarda Funk. And then we have 2 golds in equestrian. It was the dressage team and dressage individual. And that individual is, I don't know if it's Jessica or Jessica. It's probably Jessica. Jessica von Bredow Verndl. Oh, one more. Oh, there's 4 awards. Oh dear. For tennis. The men's singles. Big upset there. The winner is Alexander Zverev, right? Yes, Alexander Zverev. Congratulations to Team Germany. Here we go. Moving on to the Netherlands. First up, we have a gold medal in BMX. The men's went to Nick Kuman, I hope at least. Then in cycling road, the women's individual time trial. And that winner is Fluten, I hope. And moving on to rowing. It was the men's quadruple sculls. Quadruple sculls. And then in sailing, it was the men's windsurfer. And that gold medalist is Kieran Bodlow, possibly. I hope so. Anyway, congratulations to the Netherlands. And last in our 4-medal category, we have Italy. In athletics, we have the men's 100 meter. That went to Lamont Marcel Jacobs. And then in the men's high jump, tying with Qatar, jump, I can spell, is Gianmarco Timberi. Awesome. In rowing, we have the lightweight women's double sculls. And in taekwondo, it was the men's under 58 kilograms. That gold medal went to Vito Dall'Aquila, I hope. Congratulations to Italy. Now let's see, I'm going to have to start writing a lot smaller, so maybe I should grab a finer tipped pen. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Here's my little box of pens. Here's the blue. There's the famous pencil. Let's put this over here. And let's put this over there. All right, on to 5 gold medals. Starting off with, uh-oh, is this pen dying? Uh-oh. That's no good. Let's see what else we should get. Let's try green. Let's see how this looks. In archery, that's a little better. I feel like I'm still writing big, but oh well. South Korean archery has been on fire lately. The men's team won gold. Women's individual was won by Ansan, and she helped carry the whole women's team and the mixed team. She's on fire this year. And apparently she only joined her school's archery club because they gave out fried chicken. So congratulations, that's so awesome. Moving on to fencing, the men's saber team won. Awesome, congratulations, South Korea. Let me scroll down a bit, see what's next. Oh boy, we're going up in medals now. Moving on to 6 gold medals won by France. Starting off with fencing, a very French sport. The men's épée individual was won by Romain or Romain, not sure. Canon. Also, the men's foil team won gold as well. In judo, women's under 63 kilogram gold medal was won by Clarisse Agbenienou. And also the mixed team won gold. In rowing, the men's double sculls won, and they didn't list the names of who won the medals, but oh well. And in shooting, it was the men's 25-meter rapid fire pistol. And that was won by Jean Campois. Congratulations to France. Alright, moving on to our next major country that's won a lot of gold medals is Great Britain. So far, they have won 10 gold medals. Starting off with artistic gymnastics. Let's see, it was the men's pommel horse. That was won by, put it down here, Max Whitlock. My cat's making all kinds of noise back there. Of course he is. Moving on to cycling. BMX freestyle was the women's park event. Let's see, that was won by Charlotte Worthington. And in just good old plain BMX, in the women's event, it was won by Bethany, I believe it's Shriver, I'm not sure. In cycling, mountain bike, Britain always does well in cycling. Mountain bike, the men's cross country. It was won by Thomas Pidcock. In diving, the men's synchronized 10-meter platform. It didn't list the athletes in the synchronized diving also, but it's probably for the best because this is going really long. It's almost an hour now. In swimming, let's see, this is a lot of events in swimming. We have the men's 100-meter breaststroke, and that was won by Adam Peaty. The men's 200-meter freestyle was won by Tom Dean. They also won the men's 4x200-meter freestyle relay and the mixed 4x100-meter medley relay. And finally, yes, in triathlon, they won the mixed relay. Because again, really strong cyclists coming out of Great Britain. Congratulations, Great Britain. Look at all these medals, but we've got more to go. A lot more. in the top 5 now, right? Let's see. We certainly are. With 12 gold medals so far is the ROC, the Russian Olympic Committee. So they always kill it in gymnastics, right? Artistic gymnastics. They won the men's team and the women's team. In fencing, we have the women's foil team. And the, there's quite a few, the women's saber team. And the women's saber individual. That was won by Sofia Hudzniakova. In shooting, 2 gold medals for the same athlete. The women's 10-meter air pistol and the women's 25-meter pistol were both won by Vitalina Batsarashkina. Vitalina Batsarashkina. In swimming, we have, again, 2 gold medals, same athlete. Men's 100-meter backstroke and the men's 200-meter backstroke. Just really good at doing the backstroke, apparently. It's Evgeny Rylov or Rylov. I think it's Rylov anyway. In Taekwondo, the men's over 80 kilograms was won by Vladislav Larin, and the men's under 80 kilogram was won by Maxim Kramtkov. There we go. And in tennis, we have the mixed doubles. And that was won by Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova and Andrei Rublev. And that's all the Russian gold medals so far. Or at least the Russian Olympic Committee gold medals so far, I should say. Not Russia, right? Because Russia's not competing. With 14 gold medals, we have Australia. With canoe slalom, the women's canoe was won by Jessica Fox. In cycling, BMX freestyle, in men's park, we have Logan Martin. In rowing, Australia won the men's 4 and the women's 4. Lucky number for Australia, apparently. In sailing, the men's 1-person dinghy was won by Matt Weirn, I hope. All right, here comes the swimming. Get ready for this. Starting with men's 200-meter breaststroke. That was won by, oh dear, Isaac Stuplety Cook, which is such an Australian sounding name. Stuplety Cook. Isaac Stuplety Cook. Anyway, the women's 100-meter backstroke was won by Kaylee McKeown. The women's 200-meter freestyle was won by Emma McKeon. Right? Yes, okay. Getting confused, there's so many. The women's 200-meter backstroke was also won by Kaylee McKeown. Another just really good backstroker. The women's 200-meter freestyle was won by Ariane Titmus. They also won the women's 4x100 freestyle relay and the women's 4x100 medley relay. And we're not done. The women's 400-meter freestyle was won by Ariane Titmus. And finally, the women's 50-meter freestyle was won by Emma McKeon. Congratulations, Australia. Look at all these so far. And there's more to go. We still got a whole 6 days of events, so there'll be even more later. Alright, moving on to a country that has won 17 gold medals. It is the host country, Japan. Starting with the artistic gymnastics. It was the men's all-around. That was won by Hashimoto Daiki. They also won in softball. That was easy. In fencing, the men's épée team won gold. Here comes judo. There we go. Scroll down. This is definitely Japan's event, right? So we have the men's under 100 kilograms. That was won by Aaron Wolf. Men's under 60 kilograms was won by Takato Naohisa. The men's under 66 kilograms was won by Abe Hifumi. The men's under 73 kilograms was won by Ono Shohei. The men's under 81 kilograms was won by Nagase Takanori. Alright, then the women's over 78 kilograms was won by Sone Akira. The women's under 52 kilograms was won by Abe Uta. The women's under 70 kilograms was won by Arai Chizuru. And the women's under 78 kilograms was won by Hamada Shori. I think I'm gonna have to erase and do a Japan part 2, because there's of course more than 117. Look at all the judo awards though. Congratulations Japan for killing it in the judo so far. So next in skateboarding, in the men's street, we have the gold medalist Horigome Yuto, and in women's street, we have Nishia Momiji. In swimming, women's 200-meter individual medley. Hope this isn't getting too messy. And the women's 400-meter individual medley were both won by Ohashi Yui. And in table tennis, the mixed doubles gold medals went to Mizutani Jun and Ita Mima. Congratulations, Japan, so far. I'm sure they're going to have a lot more gold medals by the end of next week. Alright, with a whopping 20 gold medals, we have the United States. Alright, starting off with 3x3 basketball. The women's team won. In artistic gymnastics, the women's all around went to Sunisa Lee. In fencing, the women's foil individual was won by Lee Kiefer or Kiefer, not sure. Feel free to correct me in the comments. In golf, so far, the men's individual stroke, that's a stroke, I promise, play, was won by Xander Shaw. Excuse me for the throat sound there. This is going really long, but it's really relaxing, isn't it? For shooting, we have the men's 10-meter air rifle, which was won by William Shaner. And in skeet men, we have Vincent Hancock. And in skeet women's, we have Amber English. In surfing, for the women's event, Gold was won by Carissa Moore. On to the swimming. Here we go. Let's see if I can fit them all on here. Men's 100-meter butterfly was won by Caleb Dressel, as well as the men's 100-meter freestyle. There we go. The men's 1500-meter freestyle was won by Robert Fink. They also won the men's 4x100 freestyle relay and the men's 4x100 medley relay. The men's 400-meter individual medley was won by Chase, I don't know how to say this, Chase Kalish. Anyway, the men's 50-meter freestyle, I'm getting messier and messier, was also won by Caleb Dressel. And the men's, let's see, I'm losing my place, 800-meter freestyle was won by Robert Fink. Okay, 3 more swimming. I think I can fit them on here. Can you see? Okay, I'll try to write smaller, but here we go. The women's 100-meter breaststroke was won by Lydia Jacoby. And then the women's 1500-meter freestyle and the women's 800-meter freestyle were both won by Kathleen Ledecky. And then finally, can you see in Taekwondo? In women's under 57 kilograms, we have Anastasia Solotic or Solotic. Can you see? I'm sorry. Anastasia Solotic. Alright. I managed to fit all the US awards on one board, but at what cost? Now, on to the main event. It's only taken me an hour and 20 minutes to get there. In first place with 24 gold medals, we have China. Alright, let's get started. Country, China. In athletics, we have the women's shot put. That was won by, I'm going to say all these names wrong just so you know, Gong Li Jiao. In badminton, the women's singles was won by Chen Yu Fei. And in mixed doubles, those gold medals went to Wang Yi Liu and Huang Dong Ping. Here we go, squeeze those in. In diving, let's see, we have a bunch. men's synchronized 3-meter springboard. Again, they didn't list the athletes who won the synchronized events. But let's see, women's 3-meter springboard, which I got to watch. Springboard. That was won by Shi Qingmao. And then in synchronized, we have women's synchronized 10-meter platform and women's synchronized 3-meter springboard. There we go. In fencing, the women's épée individual was won by Sun Yuan. In rowing, it was the women's quadruple sculls. Quadruple sculls. There we go. I swear that says skulls. There we go. In sailing, we have the women's windsurfer. That was won by Liu Yun Shu. In shooting, let's see, the women's 10-meter air rifle was won by Yang Chan. I'm sure that's very wrong. Also, they won the 10-meter air pistol mixed team. And the 10-meter air rifle mixed team. There we go. Next, in swimming, the men's 200-meter individual medley was won by Wang Shun. The women's 200-meter butterfly. I should say that without my accent. Butterfly. In California, we say butterfly. The butterfly was won by Zhang Yufei. And the women's... Oh, no, never mind. It was the women's 4x200 freestyle relay. Can I fit them all on here? Let's find out together. There we go. I have to write at an angle, but I can do it. In table tennis, the men's singles was won by Ma Long. And the women's singles was won by Cheng Ming. Trampoline gymnastics, as long as you can see, gymnastics. That was won by, it was the women's event. Obviously, the women's was won by Xu Shuiying, I hope. And finally, I've hit them all. Look at me. In weightlifting. In weightlifting, we have the men's 61 kilogram. That was won by Li Fabin. Alright. I hope I didn't miss any, because that seems really short. Oh, nope. There's another page. They're all weightlifting though, so why don't we go like this? I did my best to fit them all. There's a lot more weightlifting. There's some loud music outside, but that's okay. So let's just do all the Chinese weightlifting winners here. It says weightlifting. So like I said, men's 61 kilograms was won by Li Fabin. The men's 67 kilograms was won by Chen Lijin. The men's, which somehow I spelled wrong on my document, 73 kilograms was won by Shi Xiong. The men's 81 kilograms was won by Liu Xiaojun, and the women's 49 kilograms was won by Ho Shihui. There. All right. So that was every gold medalist that has won so far in the Olympics. Let's go like this too. Oh my, it's such a loud whiteboard. Thank you. I think this pen is done too, and I wrote one word. I must be tired. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very good night.